obviously a huge win for us. Anytime you win on the road in conference, it's a big deal. To win on the road at Clemson, huge deal. I think that's 8 losses in a little over a decade, so they don't lose here often. Really proud of our guys. I thought our defense played really well throughout, particularly in the first half. I mean, stop after stop, they kept giving us short field. We were settling for field goals. And then obviously in the second half, the first couple drives, we weren't great on offense, so we finally broke through and scored a couple drives. And then, when we really needed it, 6:44 to go, offense put together probably the best drive of the year. When we really needed it, they had all the momentum. The crowd was into it. We didn't really need to give them the ball back, down only up 5. And I can't say enough. Our quarterback's a stud. We've known it for 2.5 years. I think America kind of knows it. For whatever reason, they've not wanted to act like it. He's a stud. He's as good as anybody out there, and he'll just keep proving everybody that that's the case. But excited to get a win. Dabo's, I look up to him. I appreciate the example he is for coaches like myself, what he's built here, and so I know tough for them, but it's a big win for us.
How emotional was it watching Kevin battle through what he battled through today, injury-wise, just everything?
It wasn't emotional in the moment because you're in the moment. I hate to say, I wasn't surprised. He was hobbled pretty good in the first quarter, and I was kind of worried. Like, I didn't know if he was going to come back, really. And the next drive, sure enough, first play he rolls. He can't even roll right. Sticks his foot in the ground, throws a touchdown, 70 yards to Jordan Hudson. And I go, he can't move, and Derek Kings, but he can make that throw, So, and it got to where he could run straight ahead. He just couldn't go side to side, so that's why you saw him run downhill a little bit. We had to run him a little more than normal. And he didn't care. He didn't once say, "Hey, my ankle." He said, "Yeah, run me. Let's go. Let's win." And he just kept making big plays. Guys, the play he made to Matt Hibner for that touchdown, when they all out blitzed 7 people and we only had 5 to block them, it's as good of a throw and a catch as you'll see at any level of football in any situation. And then obviously the last drive, he just kept making play after play after play to put the game away for us, and everybody around him did a great job.
Coach, normally you're talking about the offense starting fast, but it seems like today the defense started fast and helped the offense out. What can you say about looking forward?
They did. We stopped the run. 30 rushes for 35 for them, 28 for 139 for us. That's a really good defense, guys. It was hard to run. We were able to get some explosive plays on the perimeter. We had to stay patient, and the defense allowed us to because we never got behind. And I know we had the tip late, but for the most, we didn't turn the ball over. Like, we were able to play that way, and then, of course, the big play to Jordan kind of, I think, loosened everybody up. And our defense just kept getting stop after stop, and it allowed us offensively, even when it looked a little herky-jerky, we were able to play good team football. Obviously we want to do a little better at times in the second half on some drives, and we don't want to give up a 4th and 21. But we played pretty good team ball today, and I think that's why we got the win. Revenge wasn't a big deal to me. I know Kevin kind of said that at one time. Our guys, look, they're competitive. If it would have gone the other way, Clemson would have wanted to beat us. It's a big win because we're 3-0 in the league now, and we beat the team who's won 8 out of the last 10 times in this league at their home place, and it doesn't matter how or why we did it, and that's a big step for our program. Last year the game was a great game. We felt like the first quarter we dug a hole and really gifted them some things, and the last 3 quarters we felt like we played really well. We just came up short. This year we did a good job of not digging that hole, and I think that's why we were able to finish the job.
With the new quarterback instead of plummeting, did that change the way your defense attacked?
A little, but because Cade's more of a runner. But I thought the kid did a good job for Clemson. He had the 1 sack early. There was a fumble. He didn't get him beat. He gave him chances. The 2 throws he made for touchdowns on the double move and the play action throwback were really good. He showed great poise. I can see why. You're not the number 2 quarterback at Clemson if you don't have something to you. And obviously, I know Cade. I hope he gets healthy for him because he's a great kid. But I think other than maybe some of the Q run game, but you see they still ran him. So it kind of looked like the same offense we were prepared for, obviously just with a less experienced guy back there.
Talking about starting fast, getting a revenge spot. How do you focus the team on playing passionate?
Yep.
Maybe less so on the emotional side. It came out.
Yeah, we talked about 2 things. We didn't over talk about needing to start fast because sometimes if you do that, you make guys kind of. So we didn't talk about it to them, but as a staff, we knew it was going to be a lot easier if we started faster, right? Like, you don't have to, but so getting up 7-0 and 13-7 and 16-7, like that was a big deal. just because we were able to play complementary football with a lead instead of like last year coming from behind. All we talked about all week was believe. Just believe. Believe in yourself. Believe in each other, the guys around you. I mean this the right way. We told believe you're the better team. Believe you're the better team. There's so many powerful things you can do if you believe, but you got to believe it first. And it can't just be something you kind of be like, you got to believe it. And I think the way our guys played, they believed it. And I think that helped. Yeah. Yeah. Well, you go back to last year, and we played at Penn State. We didn't play very well. But every step in this process for Kevin and for our program is growth. And now here we are in this stage with this environment, and when they got to 29-24 and they're turning the lights out on us and the place is going crazy, like you didn't see guys shrink in the moment. You saw them step to the moment, and it's because they've been there before. And so the old saying, act like you've been there before. I said it last year, you can't do it till you've done it. Well, last year we've been there, both the championship game and the playoff game, and that prepared us, especially Kevin, for today. And yeah, he didn't flinch, he didn't blink. As a matter of fact, he shined.
You talked about stepping up your moment. Sam Keltner had those big hits.
Yeah, man.
What were those decisions like when you see him make that first one? How easy was it to just roll him out there?
Hey, you got to play with confidence. We believe it. We got to make sure our guys know we believe in him. Sam has kicked it great every day in practice. He missed a few first couple games. You should have heard the guys chanting his name in the locker room just a minute ago. They were going crazy. But those first two kicks, I don't know what they were, 50, 52, like 49. Big kicks. And, I know we missed the extra point after the whatever, but, man, they were huge. They were huge because early on, we were selling for field goals, and they weren't easy ones. And he kept us with the lead and kept the momentum in our favor. Yeah. And I think that's why we think it's going to be special. And also, just as big, he's kicking it out of the end zone every time. We're not having to cover kicks.
I don't know if it was just an adjustment, but TJ was not upselling for him, but the speed,
yeah.
Getting the ball, and Chris had that touchdown at the end, and finish that.
Well, I think, one, our offensive staff deserves a ton of credit. They put a great game plan together. We're starting to know who we are. Look, TJ can pound at you downhill. That was going to be tough in this game. They got 3 NFL draft picks on their D-line. But we had to stay patient. But what it did, because they have to stop that and they play a ton of man, our offense was able to use Chris and McFall's speed on the perimeter, and we were able to get them matched up in space with linebackers and safeties. And you saw the plays both in the run and pass game they were able to make that were critical. And so I think it's just they were able to complement each other. It was kind of the plan coming in. We obviously played this team, but we played this DC at Penn State last year. Tons and tons of man. Their corners are really good. And so I know Jay Hudd had a big day, but that was number 8 Terrell's he's a first-round pick. And 23 is pretty good. And so we were having to get plays from the running backs and the tight ends. And it was just TJ complimenting with those guys. I think the adjustments would be, like Rob Likens and Derek King and Casey Woods at halftime saying, hey, we're struggling, let's go to the stacks. Sure enough, 3rd and 10 for the game, we go to the stacks and we free Jordan up for the big catch. So that was an adjustment. Our guys deserve a lot of credit and the players for executing.
Johnson's determination in that last round, the second year, I was just curious, if you didn't get in, were you going to kick the field goal?
Yeah. Yeah, so it was weird. So we had the big play. They ran down to 2 minutes. They had 1 timeout. So we couldn't run it out. So we weren't, and we're at the 9, I think. So there's no benefit to like sliding and not scoring. So it worked out good. We scored on 3rd down, not 1st or 2nd, but we just told them don't run out of bounds. The worst thing that happens is we got to kick this field goal, give them about 25 seconds at 8, right? Because if Chris didn't get in, we were going to run it all the way down, take a delay game, back up, kick the field goal, hopefully go up 8 with about 25 seconds. But we told them to score. We definitely told them to score, and what a run. And that's another adjustment. Aaron, we went to a blast play. The run he had earlier in the drive for about 12. We hadn't run all game. It was the same one he scored on. Just a pretty good decision. But, yeah, great determination for a guy who's not a big guy. I think last week and this week you've seen him really grow up and gain some confidence.
Defense last 2 weeks has had some short yardage stops against Syracuse and Stanford. And today in the second quarter, Clemson rolled out 300-pound defensive tackle and running back and a couple of offensive linemen in the backfield. How do you simulate that in practice until they just put it on film for you? And what's the key to blowing that out and get that stop?
You don't. The key is getting penetration and getting him stopped before he gets started. Because if he gets any momentum, he's going to knock you back. And I guess Scott, he just has this deal. He likes to lure people into 3rd and 4th and 1. You know what I mean? That was a huge play. It was a big stop. I bet if I'm them, I think he's going to get that 99 times out of 100. The key is getting the penetration and then swarming, because the first surge is one thing. We had guys running the ball that stopped the second surge, so it's big. It's important because I watched that Miami Louisville game, and that's 2 playoff caliber teams. They're loaded with talent. We got to play both of them. We don't have to worry about them right now. I think the league's really deep. And, you know, at some point, let's start getting credit to our league like we do the other leagues. When Louisville goes and beats Miami, let's say Louisville's really good. You know, not Miami's not. Miami's really freaking good. Miami's national championship good. Louisville's playoff good. And you see what Georgia Tech's doing. Duke was undefeated till today. I don't know what's happening with Virginia. I mean, and there's others I'm missing. Pitt. Like, our league is deep, and you don't get any weeks off. So hopefully we'll get the respect that other leagues get. Brandon Maizano and Brandon Booker have grown up before everyone's eyes this year in a really fast, right? You don't have Barker, you don't have Kilgore, your veterans replacing your 2 veterans from last year. And you see now that week 1, 2, 3, 4 was ugly at times, but that growth and development has sped them up to today when they're playing at Clemson and they're playing like seasoned veterans. And you know, just can't say enough about Brandon. Brandon loves this place. Brandon loves SMU, and he leaves it all out there, and his teammates love him for it.
We had a great conference. This is 20 in a row conference victories. How does that feel? What does that mean for the program?
I don't know. It's hard to put into words. It's a big deal. 20 in a row, 11 in the ACC. I mean, you know, just a lot of great players over the last 2.5 years have won a lot of tough games like that one to do that. So I think it should tell the whole world that we belong and we're here to stay. Now, we got a lot of work to do to get the program where we want it to be, but, I mean, I don't care what league you're in, 20 in a row is pretty hard, and 11 of them being in the ACC. We don't take it for granted because at Wake next week, that's a top 5 defense with a big-time running back, and they're 4-2, had a week off. I'm sure we're physically beat up from this, so if we want it to go to 21, we're going to have a really good week of prep.
Earlier in the season, you said the team was still working to find their identity. What would you say that is?
Yeah, I think this identity of this team is that they're super tough and they play really hard. And I think, you know, you saw week 2 and week 4, we didn't finish in the 4th quarter, and it wasn't fun, you know. But this team had to learn how to finish. In the last 2 weeks, we finished, maybe not pretty, but we finished for a moment like today. Went on the road, and we're 4th and 21 away from finishing a lot more, you know, easier. But hey, it's football. And then the offense, we had a chance to do that in Baylor, and we didn't. We go 6 minutes, score, put the game away. Don't put our defense back in that position. We played so well all day. So we've accomplished that part that should help us with the growth. But this group, I think today you saw them really come together. Over the last 2 weeks, I felt them really, you know, they've always liked each other. It's one thing to like each other and another thing to play together and for each other. And I think you saw them playing together for each other. The way they celebrated with each other was really fun to see. All right, thanks, everybody.
Thanks, Coach.